300,000 years ago, Earth was a completely different world. The climate was much warmer and the continents were all joined together in one giant landmass. The oceans were teeming with life and humans were just beginning to emerge. Let's go back in time and explore what life was like on Earth 300,000 years ago. Our story begins in the vast expanse of the ocean where life first began. The water is teeming with strange and wonderful creatures that we can only imagine. Giant marine reptiles glide through the water with ease, while colorful coral reefs provide shelter for countless fish. There are also massive crustaceans and other creepy crawlies that scuttle along the seafloor in search of food. Suddenly, a group of primitive humans emerges from the water, gasping for air. They are the ancestors of modern humans, and they have been hunting and gathering food along the coast for sustenance. They are small and nimble, perfectly adapted for life in this hostile environment. But they are not alone. Other predators prowl the coastline looking for an easy meal. As the sun begins to set, the humans make camp on the beach, huddling around a small fire for warmth and protection. They cook their food over the flames, laughing and telling stories about their day's adventures. But as darkness falls, the atmosphere becomes heavy with danger. A loud roar echoes through the night, and a pair of glowing eyes appears in the darkness. A saber-toothed cat, one of the most feared predators of the time, emerges from the trees and begins to stalk its prey. The humans are in grave danger, but they are not without hope. One of the bravest warriors stands up to face the beast, brandishing a crude weapon made of wood and stone. A fierce battle ensues, but in the end, the humans are victorious and the saber-toothed cat flees into the darkness. As the first rays of sunlight peek through the trees, the humans survey the battlefield. They are exhausted, but triumphant. They have survived another night, and they know that they must do it again tomorrow. The next morning, the humans set out to explore the surrounding jungle. They are in search of food and new sources of materials for tools and weapons. The thick canopy overhead blocks out the sunlight, creating a shadowy world filled with danger and mystery. As they push deeper into the jungle, they begin to hear strange noises. The air is filled with the buzz of insects and the screech of birds. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake, and a herd of prehistoric elephants stampede through the underbrush. The humans are stunned by the sheer size and power of these creatures, and they know that they must be careful. If one of these elephants were to charge them, there would be no escape. As the herd thunders past, the humans press on deeper into the jungle. They are not the only ones exploring this ancient forest. A group of Neanderthals, one of the earliest known human species, emerges from behind a tree. They are stocky and muscular, perfectly adapted for life in the cold climate of Europe. But the Neanderthals are not friendly, and they quickly become aggressive towards the primitive humans. A fight breaks out, and the two groups trade blows, each determined to prove their superiority. The Neanderthals are strong, but the primitive humans are more agile, and they use their smaller size to dart in and out of the Neanderthals' reach. Finally, the primitive humans get the upper hand, and the Neanderthals retreat into the forest, wounded and demoralized. The primitive humans have won a hard-fought victory, but they know that they must be wary of their enemies. As the sun begins to set, the primitive humans make camp near a river. They need to stay close to water in order to survive, and they know that the river will provide them with food and protection from predators. But as darkness falls, the river becomes a dangerous place. A group of crocodiles, some of the most fearsome predators of the ancient world, emerges from the water. They are looking for a tasty meal, and they have their sights set on the humans. The humans are trapped between the crocodiles and the dense forest. They know that they cannot run away, and they must stand and fight if they want to survive. They form a tight circle, protecting the weak and elderly, and prepare to defend themselves against the crocodile attack. The next morning, the humans wake up to find that one of their group is missing. He had been taken by a crocodile during the night, and his body has not yet been recovered. They know that they must do something to prevent this from happening again. So they decide to build a shelter near the river to protect themselves from future attacks. They work tirelessly, gathering materials and constructing a basic hut using sticks and leaves. It is not much, but it will provide them with some much-needed protection. As the days go by, the humans grow accustomed to life near the river. They learn how to fish using spears and how to forage for berries and nuts in the surrounding forest. They even manage to domesticate some of the local animals, such as dogs and goats, which provide them with milk and meat. The humans have created a small settlement, and life is good. That is, until the river begins to flood. The rains come pouring down and the river rises, threatening to wash away everything the humans have built. They are forced to flee to higher ground, leaving their homes and possessions behind. As the floodwaters recede, the humans return to their settlement only to find that it has been destroyed. They are devastated, but they know that they must pick themselves up and start over. With the help of their domesticated animals, they are able to rebuild their homes and their lives. They learn to adapt to the changing environment and to work together in order to survive. Over time, the humans continue to develop new technologies, and their way of life improves. They learn how to cultivate crops, which provides them with a reliable source of food. They also develop more advanced tools, such as the plow and the axe, which make their lives easier and more productive. They even begin to explore beyond their settlement, venturing into new territories and encountering other human settlements. As the centuries pass, the humans spread across the globe, each group developing its own unique culture and way of life. And so our journey through time comes to an end. We have witnessed the struggles and triumphs of early humans as they fought to survive in a world that was often hostile and unforgiving. We have seen them develop new technologies, domesticate animals, and build societies. But we have also seen the dangers they faced from predators, natural disasters, and other human groups. Despite all these challenges, humans have thrived and spread across the globe, and it is this resilience and adaptability that has allowed us to become the dominant species on Earth. But what about the other creatures that we have encountered along the way? What happened to the dinosaurs, the saber-toothed cats, and the woolly mammoths? Some of these creatures, like the dinosaurs, died out due to catastrophic events such as asteroid impacts. Others, like the saber-toothed cat, were simply outcompeted by other species for resources. But some, like the woolly mammoth, managed to survive for thousands of years before finally going extinct. The reasons for their extinction are complex and varied, but often include changes in climate and habitat, as well as competition with other species. The extinction of these creatures is a reminder of the fragility of life on Earth and the constant struggle for survival that all species must face. As we reflect on our journey through time, we are reminded of the incredible diversity of life that has existed on Earth. From the microscopic bacteria to the giant dinosaurs, each species has played a role in shaping our planet and its history. We have witnessed the evolution of life from single-cell organisms to complex ecosystems. We have seen the rise and fall of many species, each leaving behind a legacy that continues to shape our world today. The story of life on Earth is one of constant change and adaptation. As long as there is life, there will be change, and with it, the story will continue to unfold. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. We hope you have enjoyed learning about the amazing creatures that once roamed our planet and the incredible history of our world. If you want to learn more about the prehistoric world, be sure to check out our other videos. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning. And remember, the past is never dead. It's not even past.